Showtime. What's up? What's up? Welcome to episode 14 of Jared Tries Trading. It's January 25th, Tuesday. It's 2:06 p.m. Pacific time. Market closed an hour ago. And I had a pretty good day today. No complaints from me. Shout out to the market for being a little bit of bullish and helping me see, making it clear to hop on my longs. 70% win rate, Liddy, $250 profit. It's quite a few Big Macs. You know what I'm saying? I'm used to the little $10, $20 wins, which are cool too. Everything is about consistency right now. Two mistakes that I made were both on IBM. I guess I made a lot more mistakes than that, but two of the main ones were IBM. IBM had great reaction to earnings, was strong all day. The market had a nice bull run in the middle of the day, but I failed to trade it properly. I got chopped up on IBM. I cut it right before it went into profit, and I guess that just comes down to two things. It's either I didn't trust my thesis, or pull up the 5 minute real quick. I didn't trust my thesis, or I didn't want to wait through these pullbacks, and I didn't want to get the loss to get out of hand, which has happened to me, especially last week. It was only 3 trades last week that made me negative, and it would have been a real sweet week. So I'm trying to learn from my mistakes, and everything has to get blended together, right? You're trading against your indicators, you're trading against your emotions that day, you're trading against your losses last week, you're trading against your wins last week. But the market is always moving, and you got to pick what's best for you at that time. And it's difficult. It's hard. So I got chopped up twice on IBM. Let's see. I got in at 10:52. First, let's look at the daily. Always start with the daily. Break of this downward sloping trend line. Good reaction to earnings. 1 OSI over 0. Stacking green candles in the morning. Sheesh. I got in right here at 10:52. I'm sure this candle was green when I got in, and I got in right when SPY was pulling back. So IBM pulled back, and I got out at 12:10. And right here, it looks like the candle finished breaking the high of the day, so I would have been able to get out with profit. My thought process at the time was, man, if it rejects again, I should have waited for it to reject, but I didn't, and I anticipated that it would get rejected, and I didn't want the loss to get bigger. So this $60 loss in my head, I was thinking about the swings I had last week that went for minus 900, minus 500, and IBM was already minus 200, 300 down here, so it got back to minus 60. That's a manageable loss for me, so I cut it. It did end up pulling back again, but as you can see, my thesis in that IBM was strong was correct, but I just had a bad entry if I wanted to take this move with SPY. So it could go either way. I'm happy with my decision to cut it. $60 is something that I can recover from, but a $500 loss is not something I can recover from. So it's something that I'm tweaking with my strategy, and for this one, I cut it. So let's go back over here. So that was a $60 loss, and then I took another $20 loss. I was only in the trade for 1 minute. That's not how you're supposed to trade. I'm sure the candle was green when I got in, and it turned red, and then I got out, and then the candle turned green again and went without me. So if I'm going to get chopped up like that, I don't need to be in any trades anyways. So that was another $20 loss. Those are my only losses, which I'm happy about. Let's get into a couple of these wins. Let's see. American Express, good reaction to earnings. Let's start with the daily. The daily gap up today. I think it's a gap up or strong anyways. Break of this downward sloping trend line. Got into the gap right here. Everything is looking strong to me. I got in at 10:41, and you know what I do? I just take these quick little pops. So 1041. Got in somewhere in this candle and took a 60-cent move in this candle here, I think. Yeah, 1053. So a quick $60, 60-cent move nets me 6%, a $65 return. What is that? $6 a minute, something like that. Obviously, I left money on the table, which is something that I do quite a bit because of the nature of how I'm taking these quick moves, and I'm okay with it. I think I like to be in there 5, 10, maybe even an hour, depending on what I see. But if I feel like I want to take profits, I think I'm going to take them. I don't know if a pro is going to tell me I'm wrong about that, but we'll see how my strategy and my style kind of develops. But $65 in 10 minutes, 8 minutes, 12 minutes, whatever it is. I'm cool with that. Let's go back here. That was American Express. The energy sector was strong as hell today. That's where the bread and butter was for me today. It was pretty clear that the energy sector was strong. Took a nice 7% move here, $60 on 2 call contracts. Left money on the table again. I wonder how much more money I would make if I just held in these stocks. But how much more would I lose? I'm not sure. Got in right here. Little pullback, consolidation. Took this pop right here. Let's go over to, what is this, XOM? Yep. Look at the daily. Break of horizontal resistance. Break of the downward sloping trend line. Top right corner of the D1. Looking solid to me, man. Strong all day. Pulled back in the morning with SPY. Bounce, bounce. SPY consolidating. Up, up, up. How much of this move did I take? I was in this trade from 10.54 to 11.21. 10.54. So I got in right here in this consolidation, and I got out at 11.21 right here in this candle for a nice 7% return. $60 in 20 minutes. I'm not mad. And then I also didn't have to sit through, the pros probably hold this whole thing throughout the whole day, and they take this huge move, but they're experienced enough to be able to withstand these pullbacks. How much would my options lose value on this pullback? And that's something that I'm watching. And you're not supposed to be looking at profit and losses while you're trading. You're supposed to look at the chart. Well, this big ass red bar might have scared me out too. So probably the better exit would have been over here, the break of the 8 EMA. But right now, I like taking these base hits, and it feels good. So I'll stick with that for now. Halliburton was lit today. Let's see what happened on Halliburton. 8% return, $54 on, well, $27 on 2 contracts. Another, how many minutes is this? 10 minute move for $50. Let's look at my other Halliburton trade. Relative strength. Oop. This one I was in for a little bit longer. I had more confidence in my trade. Of course, it was towards the end of the day when it was hard not to be confident in it. But I was in this one for an hour. So I could take the quick ones, and I could take, the longer hour ones. Let's look at Halliburton's daily real quick. Daily. Oh, man. Good reaction to earnings yesterday. Good volume, increasing volume. Break of this horizontal resistance. Looks like a breakout to me. If it wasn't FOMC yesterday, tomorrow I would probably feel good swinging it, but I'm trying not to do swings, damn it. What time did I get in? 11:06. 11:06. I did not take it all the way back there. Maybe I did. 11:05. right here on this candle and got out at 12.05 right here. And let's see if I was seeing anything on my indicators that was telling me to get out. Halliburton. What time did we get in? Forgot already. 11.05 to 12.05. Where's the time? 11.05 to 12.05. Right here. So I'm guessing this bearish stochastics cross that was pending, as well as the decreasing TSI, told me to get out. Yeah, 12.05. That's what I'm thinking. I mean, if I held it all day, of course I would have been, you know, that's a huge move, but I would have sat through this whole pullback right here, which is in hindsight. So who the hell knows, man? You're doing this stuff on the fly, which is what makes it the hardest damn job, besides physical labor, of course. But it's just tough. You got to put all these pieces together in real time, and only being a couple months in, you got to take what you can get. So let's do one more. I'm swinging SLB. Let's see, Chevron was a good one. I think these were quick as well, though. How about DVN? DVN, that was a 6-minute move for 30 bucks. How about this CVX? This was a 23-minute move. The chart's broken. Sick. Let's go back over here. The daily on Chevron, all the energy stocks look pretty similar. Pretty good dailies. Top right corner, break of the downward sloping trend line. Looks like a breakout. Yeah, grind it up all day. Like I said, it was a little bit more simple today to kind of read it and see what the setup was. I got in at 14.13. What's that? 2.13. 2.13, and I got out at 2.48. So just a nice little leg up, a chunk of it. I didn't get the whole thing, but all we want to do is get our crumbs and get out of there. You know what I mean? And shit, if $250 a day is crumbs, man, I can only imagine what these pros are making, man. But it's not all about the money. It's about learning. It's about getting better every day, being consistent, and then the money will come. So can't complain about today. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Appreciate it. Appreciate you watching. I'll be back tomorrow with another video. Let's try to keep it green. If you have any questions, leave comments down below. Hit me up on Reddit, user @Settledville, and let's chop it up, man. One novice to another. Peace.